Hey friends, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Sammy and welcome back to this week's What's for Dinner. I am in the same location as you can tell, but both of my windows are open. Actually, all the windows in the house are open because our air conditioning is down yet again. We had a really bad storm yesterday, which was Saturday, and I'm filming this before the video goes up, so it's hot. At least it's still cloudy outside, but lightning struck our AC unit and it is completely down. So I don't know when we'll be able to get it repaired, how much it's going to cost. Well, I did get an estimate, and let's just say anywhere from $3,500 to $7,500, which we don't have. So that's nice. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But like I said, I hope you enjoy this What's for Dinner. I do have 6 meal ideas for you all to enjoy this week. They are some of our favorite meals, so I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and think about subscribing and becoming part of my YouTube family because I would absolutely love to have y'all. But without further ado, let's get on in to this week's What's for Dinner. Come on, let's go. Hey friends, tonight's dinner we are going to make some barbecue chicken. So I have, I don't know, 18 pieces of chicken here. My family can eat some barbecue chicken. So I've got all the chicken here. Then I had made some fellowship potatoes in my last What's for Dinner that Katt over at Southern Farm and Kitchen gave me a recipe for. So we didn't eat them all, so I just froze the rest of them. And I'm just going to take them out and put them in a baking dish and top them with cheese again. And some Ritz crackers, I think, this time. And put that on the top. And then I'm going to heat up some seasoned green beans, because I also had some leftover green beans that I want to get rid of too. So we're just going to mix those together in the same pan. I'm going to put this in a baking dish and get it topped with everything. And then put that in the oven as well. And that's going to be dinner tonight. Alright y'all, so here is my chicken in my dish. I did grease the dish. I'm going to season it with the Kinders, the blend, some Cavenders, and some black garlic. You do want to make sure you season the chicken on both sides. Once it is seasoned, I bake mine uncovered at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes on each side. You just want to make sure it gets to the internal temp of 165. That way everything is good to go and you don't have no raw chicken when you sit down to eat your dinner, because that's not fun. No, not at all. So just make sure you cook it all the way through, y'all. And then here are the leftover fellowship potatoes and the green beans that I made. I just made a Ritz cracker crust for this one with some parsley and some grated cheese. Okay, so I've taken the chicken out. I've just got to put the barbecue sauce on there. This has baked for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I do cook this longer because of, the chicken being on the bone. You want to make sure you cook it all the way through to where the juices run clear. You don't want no pinky nothing coming out of it. And it is actually at temperature, so I am good. It is cooked. I think it's to 165. So we are good to go on that. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on it, put it back in the oven, and broil it. And then dinner's going to be ready because the potatoes are still in there cooking. The green beans are already done. So dinner's almost done, y'all. Alright friends, here is that delicious chicken. Once the chicken was done, I coated it in barbecue sauce and put it under the broiler for a little bit, just to let that sauce get all good and caramelized in there. And this chicken, and well, the whole dinner was absolutely amazing. So yes, I will leave some links for you below for some inspiration on how to do both of those, and also Katt's recipe, because those were her potatoes. But that was dinner this night, y'all, and it was absolutely fantastic. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is homemade pizzas. So I'm going to use these Great Value pizza crust that I'm always raving about because they are that good. If you have not tried them, go give them a try. For thin crust, they're very, very good. Very, very good. Trust me on this one. Or as Katt would say over at Southern Farm Kitchen, I pinky promise. But we are going to have mozzarella cheese, of course. I'm going to use the best pizza sauce ever, which is the Chef Boyardee. I've got some bacon bits here, some Parmesan cheese, some mushrooms, and I'm going to slice up some onion, and then, of course, pepperoni. These are still a little bit frozen because I had to pull them out of my deep freezer. But that's what we're having for dinner tonight, and we'll probably have a side salad to go with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and whip up these real quick and get them in the oven, bake them, and then I'll bring you back and show you what everything looks like when it's all done. Alright y'all, here are the pizzas before I stick them in the oven to bake. I do mine at 400 degrees, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. I just keep an eye on them, and then I broil them for the last couple of minutes so everything gets crispy on the top and everything's delicious, y'all. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is chicken and broccoli stir fry, but we're going to kick it up and use the noodles, or some people might say we're going to bring it down. But we're going to use the noodles from the ramen noodles, just to kind of give it a break from rice. I asked Leo which one he would want, and he said he wanted the noodles. So I'm just going to open up those 4 packs. I'll save the seasonings, for later. But you'll need some chicken thighs. I have some garlic here, some mushrooms, and a big old bag of broccoli, and of course our stir fry sauce. So that is all we're going to need. I do have an onion in there. I'll probably cut it up and cook it in with the broccoli and the chicken too. But that is going to be dinner tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and prep this chicken fast and then get it in the pan, and I'll show you the steps as we go. Alright, so here I am starting my chicken. So I just sliced the chicken up into strips, and I did use chicken thighs for this, but I just wanted to make sure everything cooked evenly, so I just went ahead and cut it up into pieces. Plus, it's easier to eat that way because you get a bite of everything on your fork all at once. And I'm sorry for the background noise. Like I said in my intro, my air is out, so I do have fans going all over my house. So no matter what room I would have went into, y'all probably would have heard the roaring of the fans, but it is what it is. It's hot, y'all. I gotta have some airflow. But anyways, you just season your chicken and get that all combined together, and then you'll want to add in your onion. It's just a diced onion, so you just want to make sure you cook that all the way through, and then you'll want to add in your mushrooms and garlic, which I didn't show, but y'all know already that I have to have my garlic in dishes, so that did get added in there too. And then I'm going to dump that whole 2-pound bag of broccoli. And y'all, I know it sounds like a lot, but this is how I have to make food for my family. So if you don't need as much, just cut it back. I did go ahead and add in the noodles, but my mama called me, so I wasn't able to record because I do film on my phone. So anyways, here is the finished dish, and I did add in that stir fry sauce, and there are the delicious egg rolls. And y'all, that was dinner this night, and it was absolutely fantastic. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is a tater tot casserole. So I have a bag of tater tots, I have a pound of lean ground beef, an onion, and then I have 2 different kinds of mushroom soup. This is just the regular one, and then I also use a can of cream of mushroom with roasted garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up the beef with the onions, and I'll probably put a little bit of minced garlic in there too. Y'all know me already. And then you just cook that up together with the soup and a little bit of milk. I just didn't want to take it out right now, but it does require a little bit of milk, not much. And then you line the pan with a layer of tater tots on the bottom. You put your meat mixture in, and then I put cheese on top, and then tater tots on top of that, and you bake it. And it is so good, y'all. So let's get to making it. Alright, y'all, so this is one of our favorite meals. It's been a favorite meal for a long time. My boys have loved it ever since they've been little. So I just started out with a roll of the burger meat right here, and I put a whole, I guess I would consider it like a medium onion or something, but I just diced that up really tiny or really small, however you want to say it, and I'm just going to saute that in with the beef until all of that is done. And then I'll open up both cans of my soup here, and just put that into the burger meat right here. How many times can I say here? But you just want to make sure you empty both of those cans into there, and then you'll put a little bit of milk in each one and scrape down those sides, y'all, so y'all can get all that goodness out of them cans. You don't want to leave none of that yumminess behind. But you'll want to incorporate that into the beef and onion mixture just enough to where there's no lumps of that soup left over. You just want to make sure it's evenly distributed everywhere throughout there. And then the tater tots here in the casserole dish, I just went ahead and seasoned, of course, because you want to season in layers. And as Tam always says, season with your heart. And that's what I do. That's why I don't have measurements. But you pour that over the tater tots, and you'll want to just make sure they are evenly coated as best as you can. And then after that, you'll top it with some shredded Monterey Jack cheese, or whatever cheese you like, but I always use Monterey Jack. And also, you'll top it with another layer of the tater tots, which you can't go wrong with tater tots, right? Not in my opinion anyways, but you just want to go ahead and top those on out. And then I don't season the top of it, believe it or not, because I've done it before and it just come out too much. So that goes on in the oven at 350 degrees until golden bubbly. I do turn it on broil to where those tater tots will get crispy on the top. But that was dinner this night, y'all, and we serve it with some sour cream on top as well as with some green onions, and this is so good, y'all. So good. Hey friends, tonight's dinner is probably, I'm just going to cook this in a skillet. What I had on the meal plan I didn't really want, so this is me coming up with something last minute. So I'm going to just season these up and fry them in a pan. I'm going to make some cheesy rice, and then I'm going to steam some broccoli, and that's going to be dinner tonight, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chicken trimmed up and seasoned, get it start frying, and get this steaming, and make that cheese according to the directions on the package. So you all will see it here shortly. Alright, so starting out, we'll just go ahead and cook that rice up according to the package directions on the box. And I do have my broccoli already steaming. I just got a little bit of water in the bottom and some salt in there. And then there's my chicken. I seasoned that with Badia Complete. Also with some black garlic seasoning, and as well as the Badia orange pepper seasoning. If y'all have not tried any of those seasonings, I have them linked in my description box as part of my Amazon storefront, which I have a lot of other great ideas or things that I use in my kitchen, or seasonings and everything like that is also linked in that storefront. So if you're interested, go check that out. But this chicken was so good, and as y'all can see, it gives just that nice golden brown on that chicken, and it was absolutely delicious. So to go with that, as y'all have seen before, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you everything since it's done. There is the broccoli. I do add a little bit of butter and some garlic once it's done. There is that rice-a-roni, 4 cheese, our favorite, absolutely delicious. And there's that yummy chicken. But that was dinner this night, y'all. Hey y'all, tonight's dinner is going to be chip beef gravy and biscuits. I'm in the mood for breakfast and I haven't had it in forever, so you'll just need some dried beef, milk or heavy cream. I'm going to go ahead and use my heavy cream, and of course some flour so you can make the roux. And I'm going to get out my bacon grease, the liquid gold, and I've got some butter back there just so I can make my roux, because this is not going to have much fat in it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to make up. So I'll kind of bring you out periodically, or bring you back periodically to show you how I do everything. But this is just your simple gravy. I'll find a recipe and link it below in my description box so you can follow along. And then I don't have any buttermilk to make biscuits, so I'm just going to use the Great Value frozen ones. They are good for the time, you know, for the purpose. And I'm going to go see if I've got any tomatoes ripened. If not, it'll be fine. I think I have a couple Romas I can use if I want them. But anyways, that's going to be dinner tonight. Okay, so to start out, I just went ahead and chopped up some of that beef. It's just the dry beef, the armor. And then I just cut it up into little bitty pieces. And I put some of that liquid gold, aka bacon grease, in the bottom of my pan. Fried that beef in it a little bit to release those flavors. And then I started by adding a little bit of flour at a time. It's usually equal parts grease to flour to make your roux. But I would have to say it was probably a couple tablespoons of each. And then you'll just want to cook that on through. Make sure the flour's cooked out as much as you can. And then I always start by adding a little bit of water, which is what I did here, just to thin out that gravy before you add in your heavy cream or your milk. And first of all, I started out with heavy cream here, and then I got all that incorporated. I did add in some milk, and then you'll want to let that kind of just simmer on the stove until it gets a little bit thicker. And I went ahead and fried up some eggs, and then I sliced up one of my Cherokee purple tomatoes out of my little container garden to have with it. And of course you got to have salt and pepper on them as well. But that was dinner this night, y'all, and it finished out the week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and think about subscribing. Until next time, my friends, God bless. Bye.